Hello everyone, how are you guys? Hope you are all doing good. So today in this video we are gonna go with strings and dictionaries in Python and how we can actually use it and what are the functions related with it. Moving on, we have how to define a string in Python. First of all, a string is defined as a string name in double quotes, single quotes, or triple quotes. Anything is fine in here. So string name is equal to and the string which we want to store it in a particular value followed by a single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. Now if we move on and see the type of that particular string, we are going to get returned with a class of string. So as we can know, like everyone, like here everything is like classes and objects, so we are returned with a class str. Str has built-in functions different and we'll know it down below. Moving down, if we there is also indexing and slicing done in list. So how we are going to do it? Square brackets, name of the string, square brackets, and that position, the index. So if we move down and if we want from, as you have seen in other video, this is like from and this is like to, like this is the starting and this is the ending. So if we don't specify the ending, it's going to go from that particular fourth index to the ending of the string. And if we don't specify the starting index, if it's going to go from starting to the index specified at the end. As we can see here, D is beautiful. Moving down, we have find. String.find is nothing but it finds that particular substring which is given in here into the main string, which is string of 0, and it's going to return us the index. And if it doesn't find that particular string substring in the original string, it returns back -1. Moving, we also have something known as string of 7. This is same. Now we also have find followed with an L or a 1. Like this is the substring which we want to find, and this is the starting index, and this is the ending index. So this is the starting index, and this is the ending index. If we don't specify any ending index, it's gonna go from that particular starting index to the end of that particular string. And if we particularly specify, it's gonna go from the starting index to that particular ending index. And if it finds it, it's gonna return us the index of that particular substring, or if it doesn't, it's gonna return us -1. Moving down, we have dot capitalize. Dot capitalize, it's nothing but it's gonna go in there and it's gonna capitalize the first letter of that particular string. As we can see in here, the O is capitalized in here. Center. Center is nothing but it takes a parameter which is like a number. So this whole string is 40 characters long, and the whole our string it's placed in the center of this. We can also replace these values with any symbol which we want. In this particular case, we have replaced it with a dash. Moving down, there's nothing like a z fill. It's nothing like filling it with zeros, like zero padding by specifying the field width. So this is the field width which we specified in here. Expand tabs. Expand tabs is nothing but this is like if we don't specify anything inside that parameter, it's gonna give us the whole string expanded, and the every word will have a tab space in between. And if we specify explicitly any spaces like 1, 2, or 3, it's gonna give us like 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, like that. So as we can see in here, if we specify 2, it's gonna give us 2 spaces, and if we nothing specifies, it's gonna go in down here and give us tab space. Moving down, there's also something known as index in here. Index takes actually two parameters. It's the starting index as well as the ending index. Starting index, it takes nothing but like the starting and the ending. And if this word is present, it's gonna return us the index of that particular word. And if it's not present, it's gonna return us a value error. It's not like the previous case. It's not going to return us -1. It's going to return us a value error. Moving down, we have something known as ends with. So if that particular string ends with the specified value in here, it's going to return us true. Otherwise, it's going to return us a false. Moving down, we can also specify a starting as well as the ending. So starting index, ending index, it acts like a substring, and if that particular substring ends with that particular parameter, in this case it's D, it's going to return as true, otherwise it's going to return as a false. Count. Count also has the same functionality. It takes the letter or the word which we want to count and the starting index as well as the ending index, and it returns how many counts of that particular word is present in the original string. Moving down, there's also known as a join condition. Join is nothing but it's going to join this whole string like word by word with this particular word which we specify in here. So HAEA, so it's gonna join it word by word. So how we are gonna use this particular join? We can use this particular join like if we have a list and if we want to join those particular list into a string. So this is like a string and we have this, so this whole is a string, separated, every letter is in here, and if we don't specify anything, so it's gonna join it without anything in there, so it's gonna world is beautiful, it's gonna return us back. Also, there's a built-in function known as split. Split is nothing but it's gonna split that particular string based on the parameter in here. In here, if we specified as slash, so it's gonna return us all those things, divide the whole string into substrings, based on the criteria of slashes, and it's going to return us a list. So split takes one more argument. It's going to be how many times you want to split. How many times, as in if like there are five, suppose we have one, two, three, four, five. So five split of that particular thing which we want to split, and you want to split it only the first three times or only the first three occurrences. So this is nothing but occurrences. So it actually splits it, first three, and the rest it leaves it as it is. But still it's going to return us the whole list. There's also a built-in function known as lower and upper. Lower is going to change it to lowercase, upper it's going to change the whole string to uppercase. There's also one thing known as replace. Replace, it's nothing but what you want to replace and with what you want to replace. So you want to replace beautiful with awesome, so it's going to do that for you. So world is awesome, it's return. There's also known as strip. Strip, it's nothing but it strips that particular thing which we specify it in here. So suppose we specify star, but in this particular case, it's not deleted. Why? Because there's a space on both the sides. As we can see in here, here are the spaces, here are the spaces. So if we actually want to strip it, we have to specify it with a space. And if we want to like to strip the dashes also, we want to specify the spaces, the stars, as well as the dashes in here. Oops. Moving down, there's also known as L strip and R strip. L strip is nothing but it's gonna strip everything to the left, and R strip it's like stripping everything to the right. Moving down, we have dictionaries. Dictionaries, how we define dictionaries in Python? It's like dictionary name or like variable name followed by an starting and ending of closing curly braces. Brackets, not braces, brackets. D1, and also we can define it an empty dictionary as dict. Dict is the particular keyword in Python to actually define a null dictionary. And if we type in here the type of that particular dictionary, it's going to return as a class of dictionaries. So how do we add elements? It's like dictionary is nothing like a key and a value pair. So there's going to be a key and there's going to be a value associated with that particular key. So this is the key and this is the value associated with it. So you can actually specify anything like 2, 1, 2 and 1, 2. So if you print in here, so this is the key and this is the value. This is the key and this is the value. So as we can see in here, it's like a database, but index a particular sequence with the user defined string. So this is the whole scenario in dictionaries. So now how do we combine two list? Suppose we have one list, this is one, we have another list, this is the second list, and we can see in here like this also has 5 elements and this also has 5 elements, and we can actually use it to actually index like 1 with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3, 4 with 4, and 5 with 5. So in most of the cases this is really helpful. So how do we are gonna do it? So there's a built-in function known as zip. Zip actually combines two lists. So if we type in the like what it is, it's like a zip object. And now if we change it into a dictionary, so in order to change explicitly it into a dictionary, we pass in into that's dict keyword. So it's like D2. So now if you print A1, it's like 1 with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3, 4 with 4, and 5 with 5. Clear. Clear, it's nothing but it will delete the whole dictionary that was created. So every value and key, every key and the value which was present in there, it's gone. Like the entire database was gone, like it's gone, it's totally gone. So if you want to clear out a dictionary, you can use the word dot clear, the function dot clear with it. And also you can use two for loops, like one for loop to actually, these are the names and these are the values which you want. So this is the key and this is the value which you want to associate. And if we print in here, it's like 1 with 1, 2 with 2, 3 with 3, 4 with 4, and 5 with 5. There are built-in functions to actually know the values, the keys, as well as the items of it. So if you want the values part of it, it's like dictionary name dot values. And if you want the keys, it's simple, dictionary name dot keys. And also, if you want the items of that particular dictionary, it's like dictionary name A1 dot items. So, and also there's similar functionalities as list. This is like pop. Pop is nothing but it takes the value like this is the key. So if you pass in here the key, it's gonna go to the particular dictionary, it's gonna pop that particular element of the out of that particular dictionary. So it's like easily accessible to everyone. So this is it for this particular video, guys. And if you find this video really helpful and interesting, and if you want to see some more tutorials on Python, just let me know down the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching again.